story, a feel-good story on this Thanksgiving Day. Marshawn Lynch still trying to find a way to serve all people. I absolutely love this. Great example by Marshawn Lynch, who currently resides in Hawaii.
I did not know that. A little bonus tidbit there. Hey, college basketball in full swing. Guess what we're going to be seeing a lot of? Polo shirts. Yep, inspired by the Orlando bubble. Seth Davis said college coaches, including the immaculately dressed Jay Wright, are ditching their suits. Can I just tell you? No, Jenna, no. This is the absolute worst decision in college basketball history. Everyone wants to chase comfort. Comfort is a rabbit you can never catch. If you're like, well, polo shirts are more comfortable than suits. But no, I'll never wear a polo shirt. And the fact that you're going to try to like encourage a player while wearing a polo shirt, you try to tell me to get back on defense. You know what? Put a tie on. We're not on the golf.
Wilds, you look like you are a polo guy.
And he's right. No, he's not a polo guy.
100%.
Polo is the lowest form of shirt. Wilds is correct. Polo is the lowest form of shirt, should only be worn while golfing.
Nick says sweat
Power
is the
rankings
highest
of shirts,
form.
polos are last.
Nick says sweat
Polos
first.
are last.
Wow.
No.
I got half-cut tank tops.
It's the worst shirt.
Last.
It's the worst shirt. All right, listen. So Ken Tremendous on Twitter, he's the guy that created The Office. His real name's Michael Schur. He came out with the worst tweet ever. It's a long thread about how terrible and overrated Thanksgiving food is. My good friend Bomani Jones replied, and I think he nailed it, and I want to reiterate the point. We are learning via social media how many people, not that they don't like Thanksgiving, how many people's mothers were terrible cooks, or fathers in certain households.
Exactly.
The idea that Thanksgiving food is bad is not an available take. You just haven't opened up your mind to the fact your family can't cook. That's the take. So Ken Tremendous, friend of mine, friend of the show, he does a 19-tweet thread thinking he's exposing Thanksgiving when he's really exposing his own relatives' lack of culinary skills. Bad job by him, and honestly, I pity him somewhat, Jenna. I do.
Are you calling out your friend on national TV?
I am.
On this Thanksgiving, gentlemen, I want to spend my time giving thanks to football for saving my Sundays, giving thanks to my wife and 2 kids without whom I'd be lost, giving thanks to my First Things First team, bright lights in my life, and to my colleague and my friend Nick Wright, who we've gone back now 5 years. I know we battle sometimes. I adore you, buddy. And on this day, I give thanks to the fact that no matter how much you think you love Andy Reid and the Chiefs, Andy's true allegiance rests with me and has rested with me for the past 15 years. I was just looking for the right time to lay it on you that Andy's true love is with me and not with the other anchor on First Things
Hold on,
First.
I have so many questions.
What's the problem?
I have so many questions.
Look at Andy.
How old are you in the younger picture? I mean, you're very young.
It doesn't matter. Still an adult.
That is that. Well, are you in? No, you're not an adult. In the first picture, that is not adult Jenna Wolf.
I was a sportscaster in the 4th largest market in the United States when this picture was taken.
No, really? That was as a
baby face.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, listen, I'm 35 right now. It wasn't that long ago.
I know that was high school.
Anyway.
That's amazing. Wow.
I give thanks to all of you as well. All right, let's get back to some real football now. Not that fake football where I look like I'm 8 years old. We're in Tampa Bay for the much anticipated matchup this weekend, Bucs and Chiefs. Tom Brady's season has been up and down with the Bucs sitting at 7-4, while Patrick Mahomes' season has been up and up with the Chiefs cruising along at 9-1. So come Sunday, it will be the current GOAT versus perhaps the future GOAT. Tyrek Hill was asked about Brady. Take a listen.
You know what? I'm just so surprised, you know, for a guy his age, you know, just watching him play over the years, you know, how great he is. You know, I've always been a fan of Tom. Like I'm always call him the GOAT. I mean, even though I play with Pat, he's the GOAT too. But Tom, he's obviously the GOAT of our sport, you know. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just so glad to be able to play against Tom. Hopefully, I can get a jersey swap.
How about that concept? 2 GOATs. Maybe the NBA should take notice. What? Yeah?
Just real quick, I know you were so nice saying thank you. Can I just get this off my chest? GOAT is not plural. There's either one or there's not.
Thank
you.
you.
The whole concept of
take.
GOAT falls apart when you say, well, he's the GOAT, and I play with Pat, he's the go-to. It's not greatest
That's correct.
of all time. It's
Thank
just greatest.
you, wow.
It's a singular thing. Can we just stop
You're
with
right.
this? He's
Which
the GOAT.
is why
Bob's
it's
the GOAT.
Mahomes.
There's some Jordan's a GOAT.
No, I
See, there
Great
you go.
way to
But
start.
all that
Sorry,
does
Jenna.
is
I had to go.
open the box.
Great way to
yes,
start.
And now we have future conversations. All right. Well, then, Brandon, let me ask you. Let's put the GOATs, the greatest aside for 1 second, and say, can Tom Brady send a message this weekend with a win over Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs?
Absolutely. I mean, every Sunday is an opportunity to send a message. And when you look at it, who is he going to send a message to? Themselves. Like, you got to figure out who you are. The Kansas City Chiefs know who they are. The Tampa Bay Bucs, Tom Brady, who are you? This record is not bad. 7-4. A lot of teams would give anything to be 7-4 at this point in the season. But Tampa Bay didn't go get Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't go to Tampa Bay just to win against the bad teams. They brought him in to come win a Super Bowl. So when you look at these matchups against contenders, the champs, you have to show who you are. Now, one game, is it enough? No. Now, we need to see people stacking wins in November and December. They need to figure out exactly who they are, Nick. Tom Brady is a perfect opportunity. We talk a lot about Mahomes. We talk a lot about Andy Reid. We talk a lot about how this offense can beat you so many different ways. But this defense is really good. One of the things that we don't talk about, because it's not a real flashy defense, is their takeaways. They're second in the league in taking away the ball. They got 10 interceptions, 5 fumble recoveries. Tom Brady, he needs to protect the ball. Every time we look up on some type of primetime game, there's a turnover. He needs to come in. They need to have a balanced attack. He needs to protect the ball. If they do that, they have a good chance of beating this team and sending a message to themselves. This will be one of many games that they need to stack heading into December.
Those are all really good points, Brandon. And you're right. There's a lot of teams that would kill to be 7-4. Absolutely. I mean, not the Browns again. They're 7-3. They would be upset if they're 7-4. But there's a lot of teams, bad teams in particular. But I want to talk about two people that I feel badly for preemptively. The first is Tyrek Hill, because I don't know if you heard at the end there, Tyreek saying, "I'm hoping to get a jersey swap." And what do we know about Sunday? Tom Brady ain't going to be on the field to swap no jerseys. After losses, beeline to the... Yeah, you got it. And Brandon, here's what
Brady must have won that game.
I don't know the story about that jersey, but I know this. Either it came after a Jets or Dolphins loss, or it arrived via U.S. mail. It did not come after you guys beat him. Yeah, please, go ahead. And then I'll tell you the other person I feel bad for.
I chased them down after the game. I chased them down after the game. We actually beat them. It was a Dolphins win. I chased them down. I said, Tom, send me your jersey. I said, can I have your jersey? Take it off right now. He said, no, I'll send you one. 3 years later, finally found it in my garage, all wrapped up in a UPS box. So he didn't give it to me right away. He ended up sending it to me. But I had to ask 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. So, all right, so listen, maybe you can send Tyreek a message on how to get it. But Wilds, here's the other person I feel badly for. I feel bad for Tom, because this is not a fair fight on Sunday. And so I'm going to go back to March 28th, 2003. Now, that day might not mean much to many of you guys, but it happened to be the night of my senior prom for high school. And I remember this vividly, partly because it was senior prom. I was going to be late for senior prom. Why? Because it was the final ever matchup between Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Jordan was last year with the Wizards, had a couple weeks left in the season. They weren't going to play each other in the playoffs. And people, kind of tried to set it up as a passing of the torch. But it wasn't a fair fight. It was old and not what he once was, Michael, against in his prime Kobe. And that night, if memory serves, Michael scored in the low 20s, and Kobe scored 55 points, damn near his career high at that point. And that wasn't an indictment on Michael and what he had achieved. It was a statement that it is not his time anymore. And that is where we're at right now in the NFL. It is not Brady's time anymore. We know whose time it is, Wilds. So this idea that Brady is going to be able to send a message or hold off Mahomes, it's not fair to put it in those terms. He's almost 20 years older than the guy. And so, yeah, I don't expect messages to be sent, and I don't expect this to be a really fair fight for Brady.
I mean, this is fantastic. I don't know who the person is who does Tom Brady's social media, but I hope they clip this off and they can play this before the game, because you just delivered the perfect pump-up soliloquy, Nick. I thought it was fantastic. Here's the thing.
Oh, thanks.
Tampa Bay versus Mahomes, I think is very Jordan Wizardsy. I totally get it. That's why I don't want him to be Tampa Tom or whatever. I can't even get the stupid nicknames right. I don't want him to be that Tom Brady.